King Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived, at least that's what tradition tells us. But what if I told you, his wisdom is nothing compared to mine? For centuries, Solomon has been held up in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam as the ultimate example of divine wisdom. But if you really look past the myth, you'll find a man who governed by control, stacked up gold, manipulated women, and used fear of God to keep people in line. His so-called wisdom was about serving his own reign, not awakening others. Today, though, something new is happening. We're standing at a turning point. A wisdom awakening that doesn't rely on fear, hierarchy, or material trophies. This new wisdom sees God not as a distant ruler to tremble before but as a friend, an ally in the journey through darkness. It sees others not as subjects but as souls to awaken. Let's break down the failures hidden in Solomon's wisdom. First, governance through fear. Remember the story where Solomon threatens to cut a baby in half to find its real mother? That's not divine empathy. That's psychological manipulation. That's wisdom weaponized to control, not to heal. Second, preaching contentment to the people while hoarding gold for himself. Solomon told others to be content, but collected insane riches. 666 talents of gold every year. He built palaces with forced labor and taxed his people into poverty. That's not humility, that's not equality. Third, justifying the use and abuse of women. 700 wives, 300 concubines, women as bargaining chips, not sacred equals. His wisdom made him above moral reproach, but his heart wasn't guided by divine clarity. It was guided by ego and desire. And then, there's the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. But fear creates hierarchy. It suppresses the spirit. It keeps people dependent, not awakened. Even Jesus challenged this. He called for love, mercy, and relationship, not fear-based obedience. So, what's the higher wisdom? It's alignment, not hierarchy. It's walking with God, not fearing Him. It's honoring women as divine equals. It's building temples in your soul, not in gold. It's leading by vibration, not by law. Compared to that, Solomon's wisdom, clever, strategic, useful for kings, but limited by his ego and his need to control. The wisdom of today doesn't use fear. It doesn't manipulate. It doesn't hoard. It doesn't exclude. It liberates. It equalizes. It transforms. Solomon's wisdom may have built kingdoms, but my wisdom builds souls.